It's been a minute, but we are finally back with another episode of Four Quarter Talk Podcast. Well, life happens, life happens. It's hard.
Yep.
My laptop was broken for like 3 months. Took about half an hour to fix, but
Broken.
like, oh
Yeah.
my, like I took a picture. I might put that up of how it was looking. I did a couple episodes with it like that, and it was just a mission. Like editing, I don't know, it was crazy. Um, and then just life. Like obviously, we started this during uni when we could just stamp in that
Yeah,
we
we
were
had
definitely going to
time,
be
we had
free.
everything, and
We had
like,
all the time in the world. We're almost 2 years out now, and we
yep.
don't exactly have that luxury. But I mean, we're getting to the playoff stretch, and I wanna cover a lot of that because this is looking like it's gonna be a generational type playoffs for sure, especially in the West. Um, so I
Not
can't
even.
really,
I'm sorry, but not even playoffs. Like the last
yeah,
stretch
yeah,
will be like
this
every
this
game
regular
matters.
season stretch is gonna be crazy. Um, obviously we originally called this a weekly podcast. I don't want to put any
Oh yeah,
responsibility
yeah, we
how
can't.
often
Yeah,
this is going to be. I mean, we might put out two one week and none the next, but we're gonna try to cover. We're trying to get to June, trying to get to June,
yeah, for sure.
and hopefully the Olympics. But I don't even want to. I don't want to say any future thing. This should make it out. This episode,
This, yeah,
I'm gonna start
fingers
editing this
crossed. Fingers
episode
crossed.
today and try to get it out today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, and then also I don't want to talk too much in the future about potentially a little bit of a rebrand as well. I've got a couple different ideas. Obviously, this is like getting to the fourth year of this now. Um, and obviously in the back of my mind, it was always how this started with Jack, and I wanna honor him in some way. Maybe with the branding as well. So that's a thing that's in progress right now. But let's get into the topics we have. Speaking of rebranding, the Clippers very mixed views on their rebrand.
Very mixed
What are
views.
your thoughts on?
I would say I, it's all right. Like the rebrand itself is all right, but I feel like they needed it
Yeah,
because
um,
like the current Clippers like logo and everything is like for me it's too basic.
yeah,
Like they have no like character around it. It's just like ball and like L like AC, like just like nothing, like not great on everything. And I feel like now people actually realize what clip is. It's a boat. I
yeah,
don't think a lot of people knew that like it's an actual boat, and I like
yeah,
educating people at the same time. But like I like the fact that they kept the same colors because I don't think there was a need to change colors and everything, but I feel like yeah, the rebrand was needed itself, and yeah, it's nothing too crazy. I don't mind it, but some people saying it looks like football like logo and everything, which like I don't know, but yeah, I don't mind it. Like as I said, like we needed it 100%,
yeah.
and with new arena coming, like
No, it was needed.
perfect timing.
Yeah, I share the same sentiments. It was definitely needed. Um, I think a lot of this move is about getting under that shadow. They're seen as the team in the basement at Staples, now crypto. Um, and yeah, to the Clippers thing, I seen barbershops around the whole of LA just depressed right now. Uh, because they use a lot of that the Clippers branding to promote barbershops. But um I'm mixed on it. I think that the idea was great. The execution, I've seen some mock-ups of maybe turning the ship to the side because it looks a bit like a cruise ship from that like front angle.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So
100%.
that's
It
that's
looks
the
like cruise
only
ship. Yeah,
that's the only issue. Like you could have had like that side shot where you see more of the sails and everything. But yeah, no, I like it. They could have even gone further. I think uh especially moving to another side of LA. I get probably the LA branding itself, having Los Angeles in it, is probably like quite big for branding like globally. But they could have gone even further with it and like just completely changed, like switched up everything, Inglewood something, or even the Clippers thing. But with them keeping to the Clippers, I think yeah, it's good. And obviously they have a bit of with the Clippers thing that they're keeping to that to their San Diego roots, which is why they're called Clippers in the first place. So yeah, I think it's pretty harmless, and the jerseys look nice. The
Yeah,
jerseys
just like yeah,
jerseys
so
look
like
nice.
same colors. Like you can't go wrong with those colors. So
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
look
and
back.
I
Yeah,
like them bringing back the red as well. Like, it looks
yeah,
clean. I like the font. You can't go wrong. I just
yeah.
like a
Like
team.
one thing,
Yeah,
like the font is really clean on like jerseys and those alternative like logos, like just like letters. Like those look very clean.
yeah. Like one thing I'll never put down a team that rejects like going into the minimalistic like look because every it seems like every team they've done the reverse, which I'm happy about because
Like Utah Jazz.
that old logo. Our old logo is terrible. Like LAC is so lazy. Like there's no life in it. I like that they're embracing that and having a big boat, in their thing as well. Like
Yeah,
that's nice. I hope my team can, take some inspiration from that too, because like we've got one of the worst logos. Like it's just
yeah. I do like
OKC.
yeah, probably, but I feel like some teams should bring back old logos
Yeah, yeah,
instead of like creating new logos. But like OKC, yeah, you definitely it's been too long with this, like OKC and everything. Like
yeah.
you, yeah,
I feel like for American team especially, you just can't go wrong with like a logo with, especially with an animal in it. You just can't miss. I
yeah,
think OKC should do like some bison related thing, like just have something in there, like please, please, because it like it's like some fan made like logo for real. I swear. Yeah,
I feel
but
like fans now would make
oh,
like
I saw some mock-ups about the Clippers ones that are like amazing, and I'm like,
that's the thing.
yeah,
Like I feel like sometimes teams should do like maybe a fan competition, like or like at least to get ideas
yeah, no, I think
to make a new logo.
because there was one a few years back that did something similar to this, and it looked like they did that too. Um, but I think also okay, speaking of OKC, I think they did a fan vote for the name, I think. And Thunder was like one of them. I think
Yeah,
if
Thunder like name is not bad, but
yeah,
like the
yeah,
logo itself, like
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think also they probably want to use the inspiration from the fans, but like they don't want to directly say a fan causes so they don't have to pay them. Probably that's probably
yeah.
a part of it.
I feel like the best thing would be just create a burner account on Twitter and just
Yeah,
like ask question like the
yeah,
Thunder fans, and then oh yeah, like these are these and these.
yeah,
I think that would be
yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
thing to do.
No, for sure, for
Or
sure.
maybe pay a bigger creator with a like basketball creator with following, and then
Yeah, yeah,
like
get them to
take
ask.
ideas because then you'll get a lot of replies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, we got to be happy with this one, like, because the next expansion team are probably going to use like AI for their logo. So
Yeah,
yeah, we got to be happy when there's any level of creativity in like the 2020s. To be honest. So yeah, I can't be mad. And
yeah,
yeah, like I think a lot of teams could go with a little rebrand, something
yeah.
fresh, because the
At
NBA is
least
just getting
like
so
not
sterile.
like fully rebrands. At least
Yeah,
change up their logo.
yeah. I think OKC should change up the logo, should
Pistons.
add some new and
Pistons should go back to their
go. I need
old
to go
logo.
back to that. Yeah, they need to go back. Their logo. They had an elite logo before with the horse with the stallion. Man, it was so good. But yeah, and I think with OKC, like yeah, the colors like there were some nice colors over the years that should definitely be brought back. Like the sunset colorways were great. Um, I guess with the Celtics, you just can't touch that. Like it's so
Oh,
iconic.
like
It's so
it's
iconic.
never gonna change. It's never
It
gonna
never
change.
should either. It never should. Uh, yeah, I think.
I said multiple times. I just need more creativity with like city edition jerseys and like
Yeah, I
alternative.
think they should
Other
just
than that,
they
like
should.
you can't change green and white, but others like a bit more creative, please.
Yeah, and there should be some more tradition in terms of let's bring back like firstly home and away. Let's just have that be a set in place thing because it is obviously we're diehard fans, so we know like every team, we know what we're watching. But to new fans, like they're watching the Celtics play some other team. maybe Celtics is a bad example because I don't think they changed that much. But they'll see two teams playing complete alternate jerseys, random
Yeah,
colors, and they like no idea who's playing.
yeah,
It's not a good look. And the Celtics Lakers should never be playing in City Edition jerseys in a matchup. Like that's nasty.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because it literally has to be green and like golden.
yeah. It
And
looks
like
nasty.
when the team play different, like it doesn't seem right, especially like
No,
those two teams.
yeah. Um, but yeah, nah, it's a W. I think overall it's a W, and I
Yeah,
like that Steve Ballmer is like taking some initiative and saying, okay, let's separate from this and let's start a new legacy. Let's hope that works out for them. Uh, moving on to things changing around. The league has announced that they're looking into some rules to kind of balance out the discrepancy between offense and defense because like it obviously is as a defender, you're in a pretty tough spot right now in the 2020s. I think I saw this stat. I don't remember the exact stat, but the Warriors at the time they had the highest by far offensive rating. And in the league right now, I think they'd be like bottom two. Like the 73 win Warriors, they'd be like bottom two right now. Just yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean,
yeah. Like
how many?
now,
Yeah,
every single year, best offense in the league is like number one all time.
no, literally. I think
Like,
skipping ahead a little bit, but OKC have the highest true shooting. They basically got the highest efficiency of all time, like from three, which is it's not a good trend because whilst offense is nice, I think everyone can agree that we don't want like Miami Knicks of the night. We don't want like a 63 points through three quarters or anything like that. But we want it to, we want points to matter a little bit more. We want those close
yeah.
games. Most of the best games of the league. Obviously, you have some where it's high scoring and it is cool, but um, yeah, the biggest games it normally comes down to around that 100 point mark, not 150s and 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and everyone
yeah.
dropping
One
70
hundred percent.
points. Yeah. So yeah, I mean there's a few ways that they could go. Obviously the most popular one we're hearing right now is getting rid of the defensive 3 second rule, which that
I don't think people understand how much game would change with 3 second rule.
yeah,
They need to watch some EuroLeague games before they understand how the game completely changes.
yeah.
Because 3 second rule, like the game is way faster and everything. I'm pretty sure, like for especially for NBA, you need that.
I do think though, with the spacing in the league, and how like amazing the shooters are, it would force teams to be more creative with their offenses to drag out a Wemby, maybe put him in a few screens and bring him out to the perimeter, and then you attack it. There's a little bit more that has to go into it, and then it probably would be a revival even more so for the mid range as well. So I think it would be cool because it would bring more diversity to like league offenses as well, even though it's a defensive rule, because now you wouldn't have every single team in the league being through your drive.
Yeah.
So I do, in a way, I like that. Uh, but yeah, as you say, Wemby, we averaging like 4 blocks a game. Wemby check 4 blocks a game. Go
Or like
there.
it would be like five. I think that more than 4 blocks a
Actually,
game.
yeah, they'd be averaging like,
Like
yeah. To
Wemby
be,
averages nearly three at the moment.
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Wemby, Chet, Gobert averaging like 5, 6 blocks a game.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, but it would be the elite block like shot the elite defensive teams. You'd have to have a balanced team though, because
Yeah.
otherwise you are getting lit up. Like you can't just expect him like if you don't have a good perimeter defense as well, you are still in a tough spot because you're forcing
But I
everyone
feel
to
like some perimeter defenders would be like, especially like, for example, Minnesota, like
yeah.
Anthony Edwards, like he's like decent defender, but like I feel like he would relax more because he'll know, oh yeah, Rudy's just standing under the rim, so I'll
Bro,
be
it's
fine.
literally like how the Utah Jazz used to play defense. Like
Yeah,
they'd have no perimeter defenders and they would just like be like, oh yeah, cool, go ahead, go pass.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then Gobert's the one that gets targeted, and he's the one that looks like he's trash and exposed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it'd be solid. And then some other ones. The crazy one that we saw was the 3 point line being moved out and getting rid of the corner three. I think that would just be way too much of a change. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like what is like why do you need that? Like
Yeah, that's a wacky one. I can't lie because the 3 point line is such a the corner is such a big part of spacing and the league, and just the idea of having everyone like around here instead. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like
because
people will
you
still
obviously
stand in the
the
corners,
corner
but
three
like
is
it
the
will
most
just
efficient, one of the most efficient shots, just because it's the closest possible three. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I think you need that, and also getting rid of that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just imagining people standing where the corner three should be, and the space and it being worth two. Like, nah, that's so nasty.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you can't do that. And then what are some others? Obviously, got like the goaltending rule. Um, yeah, I guess you could adopt a couple more FIBA style rules. Hand checking is one as well, bringing that back. Uh,
Yeah.
I think I saw Luca in a recent interview, and to be honest, just from the eye test, I think it's overblown. A lot of players still hand check.
But
it's
yeah,
not
but
well,
I feel like for some
not to the
players,
same extent, of course, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I get it. It was a lot more dramatic. And then there's a discussion as well about how these rules would like dramatically affect records and stuff like that. But I think that's overblown too. I think you should as Adam Silver and as the league, you should constantly monitor the league to see is this a good product, regardless of records, because people don't know, people might not know back in, was it the 90s or 80s, during like when Michael Jordan was playing, the 3 point line was brought forward for like 3 seasons or something.
Yeah.
Obviously that has a big that has a big impact on the game when the 3 point line is basically at like the college level for 3 seasons. So yeah, I don't think that's a problem because you need the league to be, first and foremost, it's a business, and you need it to be an attractive thing to watch. And when these scores are so high and you see a big difference in the playoffs, it incentivizes fans to just not watch until April.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and especially when you see an all-star game like that. I know it's an all-star game, but it's like, yeah, you need some changes because fans are just not enjoying it. I think the average fan probably consumes the NBA mostly through like Instagram highlights
Or TikTok these days.
or TikTok now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, and that's not what you want as a league for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so and I think Adam Silver has a pretty good track record in terms of making like bringing forward rules that make a good difference. So I think yeah, it's
Yeah, it
definitely
will be
worth.
interesting to see what he's thinking of at the moment. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's just
yeah,
completely different NBA and the Adam Silva. So
yeah. He definitely needs to address the referee problem. I think that's the
100%.
biggest one. That's the biggest one. And I don't I don't think that randomly out of nowhere all the refs in the league have just become like way worse. I think it is definitely something that they've been trained over the summer to say ignore this, ignore that. But I think now there needs to be some transparency um in some and some I think fans are tired of seeing last 2 minute reports that tell them what they clearly saw with their eyes in the moment after
Yeah,
reviews. I don't think anyone. I mean, this was quite a while ago, like 2019, but I remember seeing like Giannis step out of bounds on a game winning basket, and it's like,
yeah.
and then they're telling me 10 minutes after the game, oh yeah, he did. And I'm like, okay, do we get the win? Because now we've seen, I don't even know how many games we've seen now, like 3 or 4 games this season where the team has protested a loss because something clearly happened to them. And in the moment, they're like, no, they want to tell you what you
And
don't
the
see.
fact that like they can review when 2 minutes left and they
Yeah,
still messes everything up, and then later, oh yeah, like we messed up there. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I don't know if they have to like yeah,
I feel like at the
there's
start
gonna
of
have
this
to be some
season,
sort of
like
transparency. Maybe if like the last 2 minutes you can like challenge no calls as well or something, or you can trigger you can like trigger a review for a non-call or something, but at a
yeah,
timeout or something. But I don't know. Other than that, like it's because it's getting bad, and the fact that there's no consequences for clearly missed calls or clearly
yeah,
wrong calls is yeah, it's definitely a problem. And we've just seen that with that final possession with the Knicks versus the Pistons. So
yeah.
yeah,
And I feel like this season, at least at the start of the season, like technical fouls was giving out left, right, and center, like for hanging on the ring, celebrating and everything. I feel
yeah.
like right now is way better than it was at the start of the season, but like still like there was
Oh yeah, it was
as I think
terrible.
I'm pretty sure like Tatum said, if you get technical for a foul or anything and basically they reversed it, like they should take off the technical foul because like you was right and like why you give me technical for the thing I was right. So I
Yeah.
feel like that should be interesting because there's definitely like I feel like sometimes referees don't like when players show their emotions.
Yeah,
So
it's a more play when you play in sports, it's emotional. Like you can't control it. It's definitely heightened. So holding people to the same standard of someone just walking around on a normal day at the height of competition, especially some of those calls being in close games, you don't know what's on the line. You got money on the line. You got um like you've got serious playoff indication implications on the line, especially in the West right now. One game could take you from like first seed all the way to the play-in.
yeah,
Um, so it's not, it's like it's literally it's nothing to play with. And then also the glaring thing, the problem now is that the league's huge embrace of betting now, especially in America, coinciding with all these ref issues. I'm not saying there's a connection, but the fact that now a lot of people are, that's not a good look for your league
yeah,
because now you've got not only ESPN and everything like making connections, but even players themselves. LeBron just became, I think, an ambassador of like DraftKings or something. Or
yeah,
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 so it's you don't want that look on your league. You do not want that. That is like that is suicide for your league because
yeah.
once people feel like your league is fixed, your ratings are gonna plummet like crazy, whether it's right or wrong. So yeah, transparency definitely needs to go way up when there's I mean we've seen clips around the league now of players on the bench laughing when an over and under doesn't hit like in the last couple possessions or something. Like it's it's not a good look for your league at
I
all.
know like that like Josh Hart bets on football and like, he tweets every time about it.
Uh,
Because I don't know, like players are open as well as on betting. Whereas like, yeah, I know it's not their sport, but like it's still
yeah.
like, oh, they say, oh yeah, I don't bet on the basketball, but you can't trust them.
Yeah,
Like the betting
there's
should
been a
be
clear
like in
shift.
football, betting is
Yeah,
completely like banned. You shouldn't be able to bet. So like,
yeah. And there's been a clear shift in recent years because before it's always been a thing where a fan might tweet at a player or comment on their thing saying, "Oh, you messed up my fantasy or you messed up my
yeah,
line or whatever," and they'll say, "I don't care about your line." But now it's like, okay, like I think it was the Warriors. A player missed a shot towards the end of the game, and that shot would have put them on the over, and then literally the whole bench laughed like right after it. And it's like.
yeah,
Yes, it's getting very sus when they know too well because whether they're trying to do something sus or not, it's gonna be in your mind. Like when you're seeing what it is, it's gonna unconsciously even like you might do things based on that. So yeah,
yeah.
it's just not a good look for the league and on the referee side as well. It's not a good look.
Well, hopefully it will change.
So yeah, we talked about that being a problem, but a real problem in the league right now is my OKC Thunder, man. Hey, but this is part of the reason why I knew like we had to come back to the podcast here because the duration of most of the podcast, my team's been like in the rebuild process. I think what started in 2020, so probably our last year of the playoffs, CP3 year, and we're back. We are back. It doesn't feel real if I'm being all the way honest. Like I was very optimistic about our season and like very like crazily optimistic, and I did not. I was like, we might get playoff, we might get playoff like home court advantage, and I thought that was like a hot take because we're coming off a season we didn't make the playoffs. Obviously, we were what were we officially eighth or ninth, and then obviously we finished 10th because we lost the second playing game. But man, like I feel spoiled. I feel spoiled as a fan. Just obviously we haven't got a chip in my. That's the only thing we haven't got in my time as a fan. But I came in as a just loving the duo of Katie and Russ, and is potentially, if not this season, maybe in a couple seasons from now, might witness three MVPs in my time as a fan, and it's just it's wild. And that's more of my sentiment right now. Just with the expectations that we had as a team, for us to be in, this Phil Jackson's 40 before 20 uh threshold, which is basically he said that for a team to meet the criteria of a contender, they've got to win 40 before losing 20. And I think there's only been three teams in the last 30 years that have won without meeting that. Um, And currently, for this season anyway, it's going to be the Celtics, Timberwolves, OKC, and the Nuggets that meet that. Um, and now I don't really, I'm not jumping out to say that we're going to win a championship or anything, but to me, I don't really care. I'm just happy where we're at. The whole of NBA Twitter is every time we win a game is like, oh, I can't wait for them to get exposed in the playoffs. Like this is like the top three youngest team in the league. Last year we were like one of the youngest of all time. I'm just why can't we just appreciate basketball and just appreciate a fun team?
It's Twitter. Like you won't see that on Twitter. You won't
No
see like
relaxed
often
basketball.
see that on Twitter.
But also I'm grateful because we had no haters the last 3 years because we were trash.
Yeah.
So, this is what comes with it. But it was funny. I mean, I remember seeing obviously the Grizzlies going through this, and I
To
thought,
be
yeah,
fair, Grizzlies were different because
yeah, the Grizzlies
Grizzlies
were actually
vibe were
clicking.
different.
Yeah, we're finding the West and saying all this stuff. I've not seen any Thunder player. Anytime a Thunder player is asked about contending and all of that stuff, and like, oh, do you think you're ready for the moment? And everything, they just say we take it one game at a time, and we focus on what we focus on, and that like they just give these OKC answers that the Thunder PR have been since the inception of the team have been preaching that they give. But yeah, I feel like it's a pretty harmless team. Obviously as a fan, uh, it's just been nice the last few years to just play without. I wouldn't even say without pressure because the last few years it was like the tanking pressure of like, are we gonna get the pick? So there's just never been a stress-free season. I think the last stress-free season I had as an OKC fan was the year we had CP3 because there was just no expectations and we were just playing above everything. And that was a nice year. And I feel the same way this year. The further we get through the year, the more I'm like, this team, as young as they are like they do seem ready for the moment. You can't beat you
Yeah.
can't be you can't be experienced, like you can't. But the trends that I'm seeing with the team and how they bounce back from certain losses, I don't they've not lost 3 games in a row this year yet, and they always seem to bounce back. I think if you look across the whole schedule, it's a bunch of 5, 6 game winning streaks, and then maybe one loss in between, and then another 5 or 6, 2 losses along that trend, and the team is just consistent. A lot of jokes about obviously Shea. He's like consistency man because I go to
Yeah,
sleep and
every
wake up.
single game it would take like 31 points
It,
literally every single
literally
game.
wake up. He's got 31, 8 rebounds.
Literally the same stat line every single game.
Like speaking of the betting companies, they literally have his over. They've got his line set at 31.5 because they just. I would not bet on Shea because like
Yeah.
literally you can't yeah you literally can't win with that. But Yeah, he has the most was it inspired StatMuse to find out who has the most of each amount of points, and he has the most 31, 32, 33, and 34 point games. That's literally his range there. Like, and he has the most 30 point games by far this season. No, not by far. I think Luca is kind of close to him,
Yeah,
I
probably. Yeah.
believe. But yeah, just his consistency. Like he rarely, yeah, he won't have under 20. He won't have over 40, but he'll stay within that range. And I can respect that because I like a star that's dependable. I think looking back, KD was like that in a way. I think KD would just always be around like the 30s. I mean, his career, he's probably one of the best scorers of all time, but I think his career high is in the 50s. I believe like low 50, 54.
I'm
I
pretty
think.
sure he never reached 50.
No, he had 54. He had 54 with OKC like a long
Oh,
time.
it's I'm pretty sure Kawhi didn't reach 50. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, like play like Russ. I mean, I love the Russ experience, but it was stressful because you never know. Like he can go off, but he can also have a 6 for 19 game as well. So it is nice to have a steady star. And just I just gotta give credit to Sam Presti of just how this rebuild has gone because I have way more faith in the way this team is built now than any time in my time as a fan, and that includes having Russ and KD, Russ and Paul George, because just the setup of the team, there's just not many flaws. Obviously,
And
we
then you
need help
have
rebounding.
25 draft picks next year. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think all the problems that we have are like easier fixes than the ones that we had in the past. I think in the past,
yeah.
star takes turns and we have no spacing. Like our shooting guard was like Andre Robertson or whoever put anyone in, but it was like our best shoot, our sharp shooter would be like our 35, 36% 3 point shooter. For
Yeah.
most, yeah, I mean, shout out to Tabo Cephalosha, Jeremy Lamb. Who else? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Oh, we had Dion Waiters for a little bit. We had Dion Waiters. We've had a lot of we've had a lot of Thunder legends in our in our time, but
Yeah.
I just love the setup of this team. This is literally the first. I mean, I don't even know if I'd count it as the first non-rebuild season because we were like our top three player is like a rookie, literally. So
The thing is, like,
yeah,
I still wouldn't
this is
count Chet as like technically he's not a rookie. He plays for a season, but he's not a rookie.
okay. Let's have that discussion real quick. We'll have that discussion real quick. So my thoughts on that. I understand where people are coming from with that. I mean, sometimes you can get real crazy. You got Joel Embiid, who like was basically in his like fourth year in his rookie season.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, especially when you compare it to Wemby, because it's like Wemby played pro last year and Chet was in a walking boot the whole year, and it's like, is that an advantage? But I get you're not making the argument of advantage. You're just saying like semantically,
Yeah, it just because like Ben became in the season and being new team and everything, whereas Chet
yeah,
been around the team like all year
yeah,
and had actually like he was like in the practices and everything, so
yeah.
he kind of knows already the team and how they play and everything.
Yeah.
Whereas
No, I
like
get that.
Ben
I do
is
get
just like
that.
completely new.
I do get
I
that.
think that's the biggest thing for me. Like that, like you still spend the year with, especially, yeah, he's injured, but like you spend the year with your like team's physios and doctors and like
Yeah.
everything. So I think that's the thing.
That's fair. What would you rather? What would you rather because let's take away the rookie part and just say a player in their fourth year, like literally in their fourth, like they played the first 4 years. If they were coming back from an injury that had them sidelined for a whole year, and let's say they were having like an MVP level season, and then you had another player that was having like uh I don't know, he came from overseas and he was having an MVP level season. You'd probably give the guy that was coming off injury more credit because he just came off a year of injury.
That's the thing. Like no one rates overseas basketball in the NBA. That's completely different because like
Yeah,
look at Mitic. Like he's playing very well in Ralph Hornets, and
yeah,
like in OKC, like he what barely played. Played 10 minutes
Yeah,
a
I
game.
just think, yeah, my point that I was
It's
trying
not
to get to is
very
just
different.
as because I've had an injury. I've never had an injury that had me out for a year. I've had an injury that had me out for like a decent amount of time, and I just know how hard it is to like, especially never anything as serious as him, like trusting your foot again, trusting
Oh yeah,
like
I'm not saying
everything that you
like
go
it's
through.
easy and everything,
I
but
just feel like it's a bit different. I think some people act like Chet was literally just redshirting, like he just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna not play my foot my first year so that I can get used to the league." Like I feel like it's hard to come in, especially with Chet. He's not coming to a situation where it's like, "Here you go, green light, do what you want, and we'll grow
yeah,
around you." He's coming to a situation where we're trying to win every game, and you have to be on your top form all the time because we're going for something big here. So yeah, but to be honest, I'm not gonna, I don't really care.
I feel
Semantic
like there's
AD.
no like literally there's like no need for this
I don't
because
think
like
Chet cares.
obviously Bambi's rookie
Yeah,
of the year, like there's
yeah,
clear.
yeah. And I don't
There's
think
no
Chet
need
cares
to
either
debate it. Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like Wemby's gonna win a rookie year, but if the Thunder can make like a decent run here, like that is gonna be the thing that
Yeah,
makes
but
Chet love
Bambi's
more.
like look at his averages. They're playing like 20 minutes a game.
Yeah,
Like,
no, no, no. I'm not, bro. I'm not here in
yeah.
because Chet
But
also
yeah,
Chet.
I
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah,
like
we're
Bambi's
not even
just
having a rookie of the year argument. I don't
yeah,
think Wemby cleared the rookie of the year. I think Chet was having a very good start, and then he hit a rookie wall, and he hit the rookie wall at the same time as Wemby started going off as well.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be hard for Chet to make a comeback at this point. That's not even my point though. I think they're both gonna have great careers,
Oh
uh,
yeah,
and yeah, I think it would mean more to Chet if he like had a deep playoff run than if he won rookie of the year anyway,
yeah.
to be honest, because yeah, it's just gonna be great for him and his career. So, but yeah,
Well,
that
when you play on that like this OKC team, and then you have Wemby on Spurs,
yeah,
it's understandable.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, I do think it'd be easy. It would have been easy for Chet to come in and just not fit, you know what I mean, and just like struggled to come to a team that's not like we're building around you directly and you're the man and everything and have to feel the way. So I think Presti as well has done a good job of drafting people that fit directly. Like
Yeah.
in the old era, we would just draft like some 6'7" athletic non-shooter like every draft. Shout out to Baisley, shout out to all these players that we've had, and yeah, I think now we have such a versatile team. You got a bunch of playmakers, you got a bunch of shooters. I think I said it earlier about the exact stats. They've got 61% true shooting as a team. I think almost 40% three-point shooting as a team. There's barely any there's barely any rotational players that are not extremely efficient on this team. I like Mark Daigneault as a coach as well. He's a great coach. Uh, and yeah, just I think the future is great, but even the present looks very promising too. And to be honest,
Do
for
you think
me,
you trade Gideon in the postseason,
yeah, I think
the
so.
off season? I mean,
I think Presti probably had a lot of I think he was looking at his options mid-season and saw that okay, this team already has chemistry and the things that are available right now, there's never going to be as many players available in at the trade deadline as there are in
oh
the
yeah,
summer. So there's no point of making a big trade for nothing. And he's probably just hoping that either Giddy plays well enough. No, I think in the OKC locker room, I think everyone knows that like for Giddy to be his best self, it just doesn't fit with what the team has right now anyway.
yeah.
Like I think Giddy at his best is probably like a main guy, like main ball handler. Uh, and that's just never going to be it with Shea on the team.
No chance.
And he's never going to. So I think they're just hoping that he has a solid run to boost up his trade value a little bit. But I think either way, yeah, he's gone before next
I feel
season.
like he can be a really good six man,
Yeah,
like just lead like the at least the like part of second unit
I
while
think that's
Shea.
what he should be for us for the time being. But yeah, because it just doesn't make you're just not getting the best out of either when they're all on the
Yeah,
court. Uh, yeah, and then I think most of the season he was playing bad because of confidence and just obviously the situation off the court. It's just hard for not like it's gonna yeah.
His teammates know, like Chet.
Yeah, yeah, it's just not the best look. It's not the best look, and I'm sure with everything, like it was hard to focus on ball. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, if that's our biggest problem, then I'm cool, to be honest. I don't really care. And yeah, I think this off season, I think as well, a big reason that makes a lot of sense why Presley didn't want to shake things up too much is like let this team go into the playoffs and figure out, okay, now a team is game planning for you for 2 weeks. We're gonna know exactly what our weaknesses are going into the
yeah,
summer. And like now we can really instead of trying to anticipate it before and be like, oh, we got this problem in it. But then you go to the playoffs, you find out, oh, okay, that wasn't our biggest problem. This is because yeah, they need to be tested at the end of the day. However far they make into playoffs, they're gonna be tested. And I'm sure you know that as a fan. Like
yeah,
there's so much
100%.
value that can come from that. I'm sure OKC would love to be in the sales position a few years down the line, having a core that have been through it together in playoff runs as a young team.
Then we had to basically rip the core apart
Yeah,
to do something special.
yeah. But at the same time, it's good that they're playing this well this early because with the new CBA rules, they are going to have to accelerate the process a little bit
Yeah,
because they're going to have to make decisions very soon. There's only a few years left of like um before you're gonna. I mean, we've Shay's already had his first extension, but even that is like a bargain for his
yeah,
production.
especially with money going up, his
Yeah.
extension will be massive.
Oh yeah, it will be the mid 60s per year probably or 70 whenever. I don't know when
It
it
will be
runs out.
bigger than Jalen Brown's 100%.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And then yeah, you're gonna have to pay Jalen soon. You're gonna have to yeah, everything is gonna accelerate.
Basically,
So
all the starting five will get paid.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's not that much time. And just as a fan as well, you just because you're young does not mean it doesn't mean anything. Like, oh, they'll be back here. That's what everyone was saying in 2012 after we lost to the Heat and never got back. So things happen. There's other teams on your heels. There's injuries involved. I mean, we've had probably like the clean like knock on wood, but like we've had probably the cleanest run like we've ever had right now without injury, without like any serious injuries. So you can't count on that. So yeah, you have to hit when there's lightning in the bottle. You've got to hit,
Yeah,
uh, and do what you can. So yeah, but as a fan, bro, I'm just like whatever happens, happens. Obviously, I'd rather we didn't get like embarrassed in the first round or something, but
yeah. Well, it depends who you're playing. So
yeah, yeah. I mean embarrassed, like swept or something like that, like brutally or
yeah,
you
but
know.
at the same time, you can get swept by
Yeah.
like,
But
for example, like
yeah,
Celtics Nets sweep. Like it was a sweep, but it was like
yeah.
4 points every
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I just
Oh,
mean in an
okay.
embarrassing way. But to be honest, I think at this point that if we do lose in the playoffs, it will be for a basketball reason, not just purely because of experience.
Yeah, but like experience, I feel like experience means a
No, I
lot
think
too.
experience matters. It definitely does. But I do think that I mean, the only way to know is when we do play.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah,
there is also that side of where it's like you have a team that's so young that they're so inexperienced that they don't know that they're supposed to be scared at the moment. And I feel like this is that type of team. They've got such a clutch. It's such
yeah, but a lot of people
a,
said the same thing about Grizzlies, and look what happened after that.
yeah,
When they were a young team and they made the playoffs, and like they did nothing.
yeah. I'm not counting on. I don't really have like. There's not a lot that can happen that would leave me like disappointed in this season.
Oh yeah, like yeah, there's no expectation for you to win
Yeah,
anything, so like
there's no
it's
expectations, but
enjoying the moment now.
yeah,
That's it.
literally. Because I'm just enjoying this season now because I know that like it's about one season and then you get like one season of grace and then next year it's like if they don't make the finals, they're like everyone's a fraud on the team.
Yeah,
And so that's kind of how it goes. So yeah, we'll keep yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I'm just happy as a fan. I'm happy. I'll be honest. It's been a lot of stressful seasons, a lot of disappointment. It's a lot of Yeah, man. I'm a OKC fan, man. We've been for a lot, man. We've been for a lot. Things are looking promising for once.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see if there's more trauma in store for me. But yes, since we're on the tip of the playoffs, talk about some dream playoff matchups, some favorable matchups that we like to see. Obviously, right now, especially in the West, it's pretty volatile. I think now we've only just got to the point where there's a little bit of breathing room, with the top, the couple top seeds.
Only top four,
Now,
I basically have
yeah, because now
in
the
a
Clippers have
place or
lost.
no.
Now that the Clippers have lost, there is like 4 games, three, 4 games between that separates like that, you know. But that's
Yeah,
about as close as it's been all season,
exactly.
literally. So, well, we can start in the East though. We can start in the East. I do want that. I do want that Celtics. I do want that Celtics Heat matchup. I think just this is a neutral fan. It is just something that just it's just peak basketball in terms of like even last time, even though you lost, just even that fake 3-0 comeback was so crazy.
The thing
Uh,
is, we know it. Yeah, okay, I'm not starting. Like, I'm not starting going away. Yeah, yeah. Carry
but
on.
yeah, I think it's just a rite of passage. I think like wouldn't it just be just looking out of it, let's say you win a championship, wouldn't it just mean that like a little bit more that you beat that demon on the way? Like you got that monkey off the
The
back.
thing is, we had that run when we went to the finals. We literally beat Nets, Milwaukee, and Miami to the way to the
Yeah,
finals, and we
yeah.
lost the finals. So like that was the one I think because like we beat literally all three
Hmm.
our demons, as you
Yeah,
say. But
yeah.
like yeah, I have PTSD from fucking Heat. Like
Yeah, no,
you
I
know,
feel you.
like last year was Kobe Martin, one of the Martin twins. I don't care at this point because and now it could be Hackes Jr. That would
Yeah,
so like there's always random one like from especially
yeah,
from
they've
the
got
Heat
I don't know what
random
they
guy that I
I don't
just
know what they do, man. I don't know what they do.
but to be fair
Now
like
Jimmy's about to get to that time as well. He's been chilling all season, but he's about to lock in.
yeah but like it's right now like fifth and eighth it's half game between the fifth
Mm,
and eighth seed so
yeah,
like anything can happen over there so never know but yeah I would have I understand as a neutral fan, like
yeah,
Celtics here, I think one of the like probably biggest rivals at the moment in the league.
and that's such
Like
a
to
cool.
be
That'd be such a cool. Because to be honest, bro, like in my experience, most Eastern Conference first round matches are so boring. Like most years.
to be fair, I would love to see Milwaukee Pacers.
Yeah. Oh, for
Milwaukee
sure.
Pacers would
I
be
need that.
very
I
good. I
need
feel
that. I
like
need that, bro. It's got everything. It's got
yeah,
everything. Like obviously, the beef, the game ball beef.
yeah.
Uh, and then just the Pacers having pretty much dominated them in the regular season.
I'm pretty sure
Obviously, we
like
know from
they
experience
won
that the
3-1.
yeah
Right,
3-1.
I'm pretty sure they won their series against Bucks.
I think no, no, I think they played 5 times because there was because of the mid-season tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it might be 4-1.
yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean much because we've seen a lot of team worse teams win the season series and then do nothing in the playoffs. I think the biggest example I can remember is the Heat and the Bulls back in the LeBron days, well, D Rose days. I think they swept them and then they got destroyed. But still, it's just good basketball. It's a nice stylistic matchup. Yeah, especially now they got Siakam as well.
Yeah.
I think as far as first round matchups go, that would be
But to be fair,
great.
yeah, in the East, like there's no like probably like only those two matchups that would be really fun, unless like you get Philly as well. Philly, they are dropping, so you never know where they can drop,
Yeah,
and anything can happen there.
man, I
Because right
do
now,
I do feel bad for Embiid if he had to come back to just being a player. Like that would suck.
it'd be so funny. I would love that. Like that's the thing.
I don't
But
know.
other than that's those two, like Celtics Heat and Milwaukee Pacers, there's no like stores or anything like that would be interesting
Yeah,
because I can't see like Cleveland dropping to like play Knicks or something like that.
yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah.
But the
No,
fact that
I
like
agree. What about
I
later
still I
on
have to
then?
say that the fact that we Cleveland were number 8, I think. Like
Oh yeah, Cleveland has really quietly had a
yeah,
crazy
they
run.
were 8, not or like 11th, and they were 8 games behind us. They're second after like 25 games, still 8 games behind us. That's insane.
Yeah,
Because
that
both
is
teams
crazy.
went 20-5 in the last 25 games. Just like,
Yeah. An
but yeah,
eight
like
game
East, like
an eight
there's nothing
game
special
gap
there.
from first to second is crazy though.
Yeah,
That is crazy. I can't lie. This
I'm hoping we keep like uh, making the gap bigger because I feel like if we clinch the first spot, we can basically rest more of our players going
yeah,
into the season. Like because we definitely need Porzingis, Horford, like everyone to be healthy.
yeah,
So I feel like I hope it gets bigger because like yeah, that rest before the playoffs, and especially knowing that like the 18 will be battling because they're like very close at the bottom as well. So like it'd be interesting. I like when you look at the West, like you have no idea what's gonna happen still. Like there's literally who's gonna be first, who's gonna be 10. Like I feel
bro.
like
The West,
play-in
the
teams
West
like
is a
are
myth.
set. I mean like who are the at least who are the teams in the play-in playoffs? Because I don't think Utah will make it or like
Yeah,
anyone
the
below that.
playing range. That's yeah, the Mavs, the Kings, Lakers, Warriors are kind of still, yeah, they're still right there. Even the Jazz
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
have a
that's
chance, but
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty wild. For first round, I'd say
Keep it Clippers Phoenix, please.
yeah, our Clippers Suns first round would be
If Clippers are healthy, they will like the thing is right now, like last season, Clipper Clippers had injuries. This season, Phoenix had injuries.
yeah,
So it's like I want them all healthy
yeah, both
because like
healthy would be an amazing first. That would be a beaut. That would be such a great 4-5.
yeah, they're like
That'd be
perfect
amazing.
4-5 as well, I think.
Yeah.
Then we need Denver Lakers in the first round again.
Denver Lakers, man. Yeah, yeah,
Denver Lakers will be
we need that.
because I feel like if we get like Denver, well, I don't think they will reach, but like Warriors, I think they can't stop Jokic and it'll
Yeah,
be
I
easy.
don't need to see that. I don't need to see that.
Whereas like
To be honest, bro, I
Lakers have
don't really.
history.
What matchup would I even want to see the Warriors play? Maybe nah, Timberwolves. They get cooked as well. It was the inside with the interior. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just let Steph rest. To be honest, man, let him enjoy his summer. Let's go home to Aisha and the kids, man. Because I don't need. I don't know if I'm trying to see like Steph just. It kind of even though as an OKC fan, like with everything we've been through, man, I do enjoy the Warriors downfall a little bit. Like it's nice. It's fun. It gives me strength, gives me joy. Like it's
Yeah.
nice. But
I'm just mad that it didn't happen 2 years ago.
yeah, and Clay as well. Clay, oh, beautiful. Even though he's done pretty decent as a sixth man.
Yeah, like
Done pretty
coming
good.
off the bench, he did very good.
Yeah. But I do even with everything that happened, I really do like Steph as a player. And I don't like seeing him like struggling like this with just trash team like around him. Like it is sad. So I don't know, like him getting cooked in the first round by like yeah. But at the same time, I don't want him to go off against us.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm good on that. Just keep him out there. But yeah, Lakers Nuggets would be yeah, that would be fun to watch. Um What matchup do I really? What matchup would I want us to? Because I want us to play the Timberwolves at some point and the Clippers. That would be fun, but that's more of a second round
Yeah,
like matchup. Mavs, Mavs.
I don't care about Mavs. Like
Yeah,
I've seen too much Luca prop. I can't be asked with it. All
yeah,
the Luca fans are uh, all they talk about was Celtics and Tatum, so I can't be asked with them
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. It's pretty shameless. It's very shameless. I mean, yeah, it's like okay,
And at the moment, all I see on TikTok is all those. Oh, he averaged that. But if you look at the I had that game, his average will go down like every single
yeah.
one. Like, I can't be asked with
Like
Luca.
wow, the NBA leading scorer. If he had the other players scoring, his average would go down. Whoa, really? Like
Yeah, yeah. It's like
they literally go
basically,
they go around like every single player. If he had a game with this, his average would go down. Like that's kind of
yeah,
how
like
that's how
I
maths works,
literally.
bro. I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of how maths works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
really
I'm
annoying.
not gonna lie, I'm looking at the standings and like I just really want Clippers Phoenix.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that,
No,
I'm
that's the
not sure
one.
about it.
That is the one. That is the one. To be honest with you, that is the one.
And Denver Lakers, like those two like matchup.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Like
well,
the thing is like games will
yeah,
be good, but like there's not as interesting stories as like Clippers Phoenix after last season and Denver Lakers and then like in the East. Like this might be in the East probably games are not as good, but uh, this I think like this when you wanted the first round the stories like the like the past and everything, but like I feel
yeah,
like West will be insane like for the games.
yeah.
Like am I
Story
the
wise, yeah,
stories might build, but like yeah, we definitely need.
yeah. We
Not
need
gonna
it.
lie, I want the Kings Warriors at least in the plane if that happens.
Yeah, that would be a cool. That would be a nice playing game. That would be a nice playing game. Uh, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Them maybe even Lakers Warriors.
Not gonna lie, later I can see Pelicans Lakers or Pelicans Warriors because I feel like every single time Pelicans play Warriors or Lakers in the plane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah, that always happens. And the Pelicans always play out their mind against the Lakers as well. They're still
Yep.
thinking about that trade, uh, like 5, 6 years later. But yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be a bloodbath in the West anyway.
Yeah, and the West is
You
gonna be
can
like
kind
to
of switch around
literally
whatever the
to the
matchups are.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be to
gonna
the
be
last
pretty.
game of the season.
Yeah, this gives me real. This is like 2010s vibes, late 2000s vibes of just like
Basically, West are insane and East are
literally it's hydrogen bomb, coffin baby. Like, yeah,
yep.
you're gonna need like you're gonna need like 55 wins for home court advantage.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, probably.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild, to be honest. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. And then yeah, I don't really want to talk about final because that's too far. That's too
Oh
far. We'll
yeah,
talk
it's way
about that
too
when we
far.
get there. Um, what would be the most favorable matchup for the Celtics though?
I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The thing is, yeah,
we're playing Denver 10th of March, so we lost first game.
yeah.
So we'll see now.
I can't lie. When I watch the Nuggets, I'm just like, I have fun with the season and everything, and then I watch the Nuggets and I'm like, yeah, they're going back, man. They're going back. Let's be honest. They're the best team. Who cares what their seeding is? Like,
The
yeah,
thing is, like Denver would go back to back, and then the Celtics because they lost one already. Like they would need to win. Like they want
yeah,
to win. Like
yeah. Another thing as well, maybe later in the round is Timberwolves and Nuggets is interesting as well because
yeah,
they actually they gave them the hardest series, didn't they?
yeah, but they pretty sure that yeah the games were like insanely close as well,
Mm,
and it was the Nuggets won in five, but like games were close.
yeah, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see now that the Timberwolves are actually clicking and actually playing how they play
Yeah, like
proper.
but as you said, like I have no idea who. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because that was after the whole, the last game of the season thing with the the Timberwolves. With
Yeah.
the yeah, that's still funny to this day. But yeah, I think yeah, Timberwolves is another team. Well, no, they're not quite in the same situation as us because they invested a lot into their roster. Like,
They invest a lot on the Rudy Gobert.
yeah,
Therefore,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
say.
So they have to have something to show for it. There's a lot more pressure on them.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
but yeah, you gotta give the credit where it's due. They've been good. Um, their fans need to chill out though. Oh my goodness, their fans, bro. Your team is having a good season, and you still tweet about OKC and Shea more than your own team. Like, relax. You know what I mean? Relax. Every OKC related
I can
post.
say the same like the Heat fans.
Yeah,
I saw like tweets, oh, like Boston be scared, 5 wins in a row. We are 9 game win streak. We like literally Celtics fans don't care, but like Heat fans are like trying to go at
yeah.
Boston
They
every
just
single
force
time they
these
can.
rivalries, and there's no one cares, bro. Like they were trying to force this like Shea Ant rivalry. Like, like what are we?
Until it happens like in the playoffs, then you can start the rivalry.
Yeah,
Like
rivalries don't. Yeah, they don't happen because of like a
fans.
hard foul in the regular
Yeah.
in March, bro, in December, bro. Like, it's not how rivalries are made, and they
Yep.
don't they don't start because of these like they don't start because of Twitter Muse beefs, bro. Like, it's yeah, but it's cool. We gotta let them relax, man. They're probably like 12 years old at the end of
Yeah.
the day. So yeah, but yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing how this season ends. It's gonna be crazy for sure. Um, yeah, it's nice when a season ends like this. I feel like some seasons is so boring. Like, towards this part, as a basketball fan, we still enjoy it. We still enjoy it, but it doesn't seem like there's much on the line. But now it seems like all the
The
way
game is
from
on the
now,
line.
yeah, from now all the way through to June, there's something on the line. And a lot of these teams, man, they need to make something happen. Like, you got the Mavs, like they need to. The clock is ticking with if they're going to be able to keep Luca. They made the trades to make sure they got Kyrie. You don't know how long he's going to be
Yep.
viable for with his injury history and his age now. The Suns, like, like you got KD there. You don't know how long you have him there. So Clippers, they're on their last legs and they're about to go into a new arena. They got to sell that they're like a team worth rooting for because it's a lot different being in a new arena versus in the same one as the Lakers. And like, people just buy tickets because it's a cheaper team to watch in that arena. So yeah, but we're gonna tune in. We're gonna see how it goes. But for this episode, it's a wrap.